explain a bit about who I am. And since I've left your class, I've gone to all of the schools in the school district 53. So I've been meeting a lot of people, and it's been really interesting to see. But I was sharing that I've been really proud of this class, and telling other schools and other people, even in Merritt and Kamloops, because I have family there. I've been traveling. During spring break, I went home and I was telling people there about this program, this EPIC program, and that how fortunate you all are to have this class, and what a fabulous job you all are doing, especially your teacher. Here's what mine. He's doing an awesome job. So I'm really proud of this group. And anyways, springtime is here, and with that, there's lots of change. In the springtime, what we generally do is we have a route that we go out and gather. It actually was ready about 3 weeks ago, and it's called SWIA. And it's a route that our people use to change our blood from wintertime to summertime blood. That helped our blood to reawaken, I guess. So why would we need something like that? Can anybody tell me? Why would we need to change our blood from the winter to spring to summertime?
Because you move a lot more in the summer?
Right. Yes. That's exactly it, because we're more active during the summertime, and we're starting to be like the plants in the land. We're waking up. So we need something to shift and change our blood. A lot of times during the wintertime, our people may have gotten sick, may have faced near starvation because we didn't have Coopers or Save-On Foods that we could go to. So our people may have done a lot of fasting, I guess you would say, kind of in the wintertime because of the near starvation if there was a poor food source during the summer and they didn't have enough salmon or kikini or roots, and they didn't save enough for the wintertime, or they were raided or by another group of people, the Sequatans. Yeah, so those kinds of things happened to our people, and so we went out and gathered the first roots in the springtime. And the suya is, if you eat it when it's the wrong color, and you have to know what you're looking for, you can be poisoned, because it's one of the more toxic plants. When it's good for a little while, and then it becomes toxic, and then it becomes medicine. It has a bulb root that we use in the spring, and also in the fall time we gather it, and it's used for healing bones and muscles. And actually some of the people have started to use it now also to make a tincture for the flu. If anybody gets really sick, then they use it for the flu. And that's called suya, and ayu. The root is called ayu. I don't know the English name for it, so it's something I'll have to research. But also right now, people are getting ready to go out on the land to gather roots, because roots is the first thing that's ready out of the 4 food chiefs. What are the 4 food chiefs?
There's bear.
Fish.
The Saskatoon berries,
Saskatoon berries?
bitterroot.
Yes. Good, good. So the first food chief that's ready right now are the roots. And so the people will be having the root feast will be happening first down in Omak and Nispelem, those areas down there, and then we'll have the ones up here because the roots are ready further south than they are up here. So the first feasts we'll be having are the root feasts, and that's for the Speetlum and Chapaloosa, the camas and the bitterroot. And then we'll have the Shea feast, and so that's for all the berries. And then we have the salmon feasts. Ceremonies start for the salmon in May and June, and they go until the fall time. We have different ceremonies for the salmon and the kikini, and then we have the deer ceremony or feast in the fall time. So, and that's for the 4-legged, so that would be the bear. So that would be in the fall time. In the springtime, you're getting ready, you're saying your nets?
Yeah, so we're gonna be making fish traps.
Fish traps, okay. Fish traps, I know, some of them were made from the red willow. And you have to be aware I've never made one myself. Who's gonna be teaching you guys that?
We just kind of like, I've done a little bit of it, but like it might not be like of the traditional styles.
Oh, okay. I know Roger Hall knows them. So, I think, or wrong. I've seen them made. One of my older cousins has made them at Kulshana, and they made them out of red willow. And you have to be careful when you gather the red willow because the sap is going to start to run. So when you gather the red willow for that, red willow is one of the more flexible plants. It bends more easy, and it has a strong, the tree itself is strong. When it dries, it won't break quite as easily. So our people used to use red willow for a lot of things. It's also a good medicine. So red willow, right now I was actually thinking about going out to gather some myself for medicine because I use it for medicine. People use the red willow bark for the pipe ceremonies. They make if you know anybody who who's a pipe carrier, they might like to have some of that for the tobacco. You peel the outer bark of the red willow off and you let it dry. And then there's an inner layer also that you can gather, and you take off the bark, and I think it's called the cambium layer. And then you let that dry also. And then you can use your sticks on the inside of it for your net, your traps, fish traps. And so you can use the whole plant so that you can use the outer bark for tea or medicine for your mix it with your sage. And that's a good thing that you can do because our people used every part of the tree. So every part of the plant has a purpose. So you're not wasting anything when you harvest anything out on the land. And you could use the bark, the inner bark for, if you're planning for a giveaway at any point, then that's part of any process that you're doing, is you also make sure that you're, when you take something, that you're giving something, so that there's two things that happen. When does anybody have any questions? Kikini, where do you get kikini around here?
You can get it in like the lakes and I know some people fish it. Like
Where are you gonna
Swedes.
put your traps?
Hmm?
Where are you gonna put your traps?
We're gonna put them at Yankee Creek.
I haven't been there, so I can't. Where is it, Creek?
So it's kind of near the north end of Osiris Lake.
Oh, okay. Is that around Rattlesnake?
A bit north of Rousing.
Oh, okay, okay. The people used to use, the trap you're talking about, is that cone shape?
Yeah, we've done some that were very, like cone shaped that were kind of like funnel.
Oh, yeah, okay. Back home, what we used is called a stamoosh. Have you seen a stamoosh? It's wire across, it's wire and the willows across the creek where the fish go, they're swimming up the stream or into the lake. And so they put the trap across the creek and then the fish go trapped there and the people are standing in the water and they're using their nets.
Yeah.
That's called a stamoosh. I don't know, it's a fish trap in the water actually. So there's different types of fishing that our people did in different areas. And I know that when you do the fishing inside the creek, my brothers, that's the kind that I grew up with. I didn't, we used to go down to the creek in the fall and catch the kikini and in September, late August. And people from all over the place used to come to Bolshana, and because the kikini used to be in the hundreds, probably even the thousands, that they would come. And they would call muck. So the young boys would be the ones standing in the creek, and what they would do is catch the fish with their hands, because they would be in this trap. And there'd only be a few that would get through, like they'd jump over, they wouldn't trap all of them, but they would grab, the boys would be using their hands and throwing the fish out on the shore, and there would be some other boys on the shore, and they'd take it and put the fish in a bucket, or in these big galvanized tubs that we used to have. And then they would, after about an hour of doing this, they would have a break, and they'd open the gate so the fish some would flow up, and they would call muck. And so people would come to the tubs and take fish out of there. Muck is a term that everybody comes and gathers or takes the fish at the same time. But they would make sure that old people get their fish first, because that was taking care of the elders. And then after the old people got their fish, then the younger people could take some. And they would be harvesting the kokanee, I guess it's called. Kokanee fish. And I heard a story from, it was funny because I was just talking about that the other day with my auntie. She was remembering about Stronaitum. Do you know who Stronaitum is? Sasquatch? Do you know Sasquatch? Have you heard stories about Sasquatch? Yeah. That one of the elders had 500 dried fish, dried kikini,